大谷をこれからずっとそばで見て毎日観察できるの楽しみっとな。
どうもタッカー加入で今季もカッター大谷です。今回の動画を一言で表すと、最強ドジャースに来たタッカーが語る大谷、そしてチームの印象と今後の目標です。ドジャースが狙うのは3連覇。そんな中 MVP だらけの打線に新加入したカイル・タッカーが大谷翔平の第一印象や大谷と山本を生で見た今季スプリングトレーニングでのエピソードを語りまくります。対戦するのは最悪だけど味方なら最高、初日からこれは楽しくないなんて本音も飛び出します。ということで今回は米番組フリッピンバッツ with ベン・バランダより MLB アナリストのベン・バーランダーのカイル・タッカーへのインタビュー動画を一緒に見ていきましょう。タッカーって20回連呼すると頭おかしくなります。
So you end up signing with the Dodgers. Dodgers are going for a three-peat. The first with you there. How does it feel? How does it feel joining a team that is, in my opinion, the most stacked team in baseball? They're unbelievable. One of the best rosters we've ever seen assembled. MVPs everywhere you look. How does it feel going into spring training, going into a new season, joining a team that's coming off of 2 in a row and trying to do something we haven't seen in over 2 decades?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, especially this past week or two, like the beginning of spring training, you can tell everyone just kind of has the same goal. They appreciate everything that they've done the past couple of years and the work that's kind of got into it for winning those World Series, but also at the same time, they're kind of moving on and looking forward to this year and everyone knows what it takes to get back there and try and win it again. So, I mean, this team works extremely hard in stuff that fans and people don't see just when game time rolls around. There's a lot of stuff that goes into our practices and spring training games in the backfields that guys really work hard on because they want to get back and have the opportunity at least to win another World Series and try and win a third one in a row.
I mean, you've only been there for a week. I mean, position players reported a week ago. I don't know how long specifically you've been there, but you've been with the team for a week. But a lot of players that I've talked to go to the Dodgers or have been on the Dodgers and say they just do things differently than a lot of other organizations. And I don't know if you've even been able to experience that, but just from being around the team, from being around Dave Roberts and the team and the staff and the training staff, is that truly something you feel that the Dodgers organization, and it's, again, obviously you would say this, it's no discredit to Houston or Chicago or wherever you've played, but I hear from a lot of people, it's just different and you feel it when you walk in the door.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to play with some really good teams in the past and organizations, and we've had a lot of success with them. But this team has a lot of similarities to them and kind of other things that also make them great. So, I mean, this group of players, I mean, a lot of the guys have been in the league for a while and kind of on that veteran status to where they know what they're doing, what they need to do throughout the year to get back and play in the World Series and playoffs. And, we've had guys that have won multiple World Series before. So kind of when you combine the knowledge and the talent and the skill set and the hard work that everyone puts into it, I think it's amazing to be a part of and be able to watch. As an opposing player, you kind of just, I mean, I don't you don't practice with the other teams or anything. You just play against them, but you just know that they're good players. But when you're on a team, you kind of see all the stuff, like I said, behind the scenes, in the cages, out on the field, taking practice, ground balls, fly balls, whatever it is. Yeah. You can kind of tell why this team's so good and has had a lot of success.
Kyle, be honest. Have you yet been able to sit back and envision yourself in this Dodgers lineup and where you might fit into a lineup that includes Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, yourself, Will Smith, the names go on, and just envision yourself somewhere in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to think about, and it's going to be exciting to go out and do and experience once the season starts. I know some of the guys are either have already left or about to leave and go play in the WBC and everything, which unfortunately I couldn't go to that because I have my son born. So it's during the same time frame. So I was it's probably best to kind of experience that and kind of do all that. But that's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. And once we kind of get everyone back from that, and then roll around to the end of spring, and we have those couple games out in LA right before the season starts, and you can kind of really see like the full lineup and like roster kind of aspect to it. It'll be exciting. Then once opening day rolls around and the guys get their rings and they do the banner stuff, I'm gonna be there cheering them on and supporting them. But
just look enthusiastic when you're just standing there, Kyle, because people will roast you if you're not doing something energetic.
I know, right? But hopefully we can get another one, and I can actually be a part of it and get my own next year. So
yeah. Your press conference at Dodger Stadium, I remember I was watching the press conference and I saw a video online. You're now teammates with, I think, who I consider and a lot consider the greatest baseball player ever. We've been friends. You've followed me for a while. I talk a good bit about shoheiohtani, but he was there at your press conference. And, I know I saw you guys shake hands, meet, whatever, say hi in the hallway. Any first impressions from the dude from that day, your first day once you got on site?
He's been great. He was just, I remember it's like him and Muncie, maybe like one or two other guys, but there was like some staff there, and he was just there to like work out and do some stuff for in the off season. But he just kind of came by. So I don't know if he knew I was like coming that day or not, but obviously, like you said, he's arguably the best player ever. Can do it on both sides of the ball. Obviously, rakes hitting, and on the mound throws a hunch with multiple different pitches, and it's kind of cool to watch. Not as much fun to face, but luckily I don't have to go against him anymore. So I kind of lucked out with that. But it'll be fun to like kind of see him for like a full season and like see like from an everyday standpoint.
Yeah, I think shoheiohtani was at spring training before he left for the WBC for like 2 or 3 days while you were there. Have you yet seen him do anything that just doesn't make sense that a human can do?
Well, obviously no one really hits the ball as hard and well as he does, while at the same time throwing and performing like on the mound as well as he does. I remember it was like my first live, and I was just sitting there like tracking like first day and stuff, and it was like Yamamoto and then Ohtani, and then I think Glasnow might have thrown that day. So I was like, this is not fun for my first like live, even though I'm just like standing here just to see pitches. But it also, even last year, like not as much fun to face when you got to play him for a full series.
Yeah. The rotation's absolutely ridiculous. But you're on I mentioned it, you have a couple MVPs on the team, a few of them. You're adding yourself to that lineup. Dave Roberts the other day has called you a potential MVP candidate this year. As a player, what's your mindset heading into 2026? Or do you have any personal goals outside the ultimate goal of winning a championship, another championship for yourself, the third in a row for a Dodgers? After working out this offseason and getting ready for a new season, learning from last season, are you heading into this year with any personal goals? Do you set any for yourself?
Not necessarily. I just try and do my part helping our team win. I kind of just, I try and treat every year and every game kind of like the same. Just to go out there and try and put up as many runs as possible offensively, or do what I need to do to get guys over or get guys in, and set ourselves up for an opportunity to win the game. And same thing on the defensive side, just try and hold guys from taking an extra 90 feet or getting some outs. So same thing kind of with everyone else. Like everyone is very talented and like goes out and performs well and stuff, but at the same time, like even if we don't, or we have a bad game, like if there's some way that we can contribute to giving our team success, like that's kind of, I think, what makes this team really good. So when you have a bunch of guys just trying to do that, like I think everything else kind of adds up and stacks on top of each other. It's where you start naturally just getting a bunch of runs and like preventing runs and stuff. So it's not very selfish team over here.
Let's talk ABS.
いやー、いかがでしたでしょうか。 今回タッカーの話で見えたのは、ドジャースって豪華なだけじゃなくて勝つための準備を裏で当たり前に積み上げてるってこと。そして大谷翔平、タッカーもさらっと史上最高って言って、見るのは最高、対戦は最悪の本音、さらにもう毎日見られるのが楽しみって、もう羨ましすぎるだろって話です。というわけで今回はドジャースに新加入したカイル・タッカーのインタビュー動画をまとめたら、3連覇を狙う最強ドジャースの新シーズン、楽しみすぎます。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。今後もゴータニ TV は大谷翔平選手とドジャースを応援していきますので、チャンネル登録、コメント、高評価よろしくお願いします。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。